Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Dave and this is Trust the Process Saturday edition. How are you? How was your week? In this episode of Trust the Process Saturday edition, I'm going to pick up where I left off last time. And last time I talked about stop talking, start doing, action, taking action. This week I want to talk about, expect pushback, expect resistance, especially from those, I mentioned them, the haters, and those that don't understand what's going on, those that are threatened by what you're doing, those that are afraid of your independence, those that are just, that are afraid to stand up for themselves because, again, they've been pushed down all their lives. They don't know anything else. And sadly, folks, it usually comes from the closest people we have in our lives. And it's true. It really, truly is. And if it offends people, well, let them. Because, again, why? Why is it offending them? Instead of being proud of the fact that, hey, you're independent enough to do your thing, you're independent enough to say your thing, you're independent and they raised you, especially those close to you. And this is across the board. We're not just talking about mom and dad. We're talking about everybody in your close-knit relationship-wise family and close friends. They all help raise you. Think about it. They all help raise you. So in that sense, it does take a village. I know. So that being the case, expect the pushback, expect the resistance, and of course, strangers are going to do that too. So you've got the two extremes. You've got the either real close or those that are far away, but those in the middle are kind of getting to know you, don't know you just yet. So you're not going to get as much pushback from those in the middle, but then you'll start seeing where they're going. Either they're on board with you or they're against you, they're resisting you, and that's fine. That's fine. But as long as you keep doing your thing, expect that pushback, expect that resistance. The pushback also comes when all you're doing is just talking, when you're just constantly yapping about this or yapping about that. I get that. I've been guilty of that too. And it happens. It truly does happen. But don't worry about that so much. Expect that pushback, expect that resistance, because again, I've gotten it all my life. It's like, I've gotten people that have told me, hey, who the heck do you think you are? You're just some, you're this, you're that, you are this, you are that. You don't belong here. You're not the right skin tone. You're not the right skin color. You speak what languages? And that offends people. But again, that's the pushback. That's resistance because, again, that's what they're afraid of. So either doing something or not doing something, it doesn't matter. It's how you deal with it. That's what matters. You can ignore it. You can press on. You can move along. But you know what? Don't feed into it. Don't feed into it. Don't feed into it. Really, that's it, because that'll just put you in a bad place. That'll put you down to their level. So expect that the pushback is going to either one of two things, either hurt you or inspire you. I choose for it to inspire me. Yeah, for so long I was told, oh, don't, just consider the source. Oh, don't fight back. Oh, don't respond to them. Don't. So where that put me in a small corner someplace, and that was where I was for the longest time. And the moment I decided to take my independence in my own hands, lead my life the way I wanted to live it, I started getting more of that. So it's just like you cannot make everybody happy 100% of the time. So remember that, folks, just so long as you understand that, hey, one thing is certain, and maybe it's true, especially from those close to you. They might have your best interests at heart, and that's understandable. But again, there's a better way than just pushing back at you or resisting what you're doing. They can support you and support your whatever you're trying to do, that little project you have going on or whatever they see it as. But one thing is also certain. Another thing is also certain, that when you succeed because you stood up for yourself, you're a success, everyone's going to come clamoring in how they knew you when you were up and coming, when they supported you, when, and I use the air quotes because, again, that's what's going to happen, is they're going to come out of the woodwork and say they supported you when you were an up-and-comer, when you were just starting out. They knew you when. Meanwhile, they're not going to admit to the fact that they were pushing you down, that they were resisting, they were pushing you back, they were wondering who the heck you think you are. They were wondering, what have you done? Who are you? And again, folks, it's a circular argument. It's something I can't break, but it's going to happen. And the sooner we learn to live with it and we learn to move past it, the better off we'll be. And that is how you deal with pushback and resistance, especially when you're doing your own thing, when you're honing your craft and you're making something that you want to do, not what they expect you to do. Folks, my name is Dave Guerra. This is Trust the Process Saturday edition. Talk to you soon.